Today's chapter, Nutrition in Plants. In this chapter, today we are going to read about leaves of various colors. Students, you might have noticed that in nature, along with green leaves, there are certain plants which are variously colored. Like you will find red leaves growing in the garden. These leaves seems to be that as if chlorophyll is absent in these leaves. But if you perform the same starch experiment with these colored leaves, then you will find that they also turn blue-black on iodine test. So such kind of experiment proves that although colored leaves appears to be colored, but they have chlorophyll in them, which is masked because of the presence of some colored pigments in them. These colored pigments are called chromoplasts or chromoplastids. Next, we are going to see some plants in which, other than leaves, the stem perform the function of photosynthesis. Because these stems are fleshy and have chlorophyll in them, the green color pigment which helps them to do the photosynthesis. There are certain microscopic plants which are growing in the stagnant water bodies. Now, these are called algae. These perform photosynthesis because they also contain chlorophyll in them. The stagnant water bodies containing the algae, which are microscopic plant-like structures, can perform photosynthesis and maintain the oxygen balance in the water bodies. Due to photosynthesis, plants not only make glucose, which polymerize into starch, but they also make oil seeds, which is economically very important. You might have seen mustard oil, that is an example of oil seeds. Plants also helps to prepare proteins. The leguminous plants gives us pulses, which are a good source of proteins. These leguminous plants in their roots have some root nodules, inside which there lives a bacteria called rhizobium. Now this rhizobium forms root nodule, and as a result of it can help to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Besides this, plants are also good source of minerals and vitamins in the form of fruits and vegetables. Thus, plants are very important in our life. Now let us see the importance of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the source of food for animals. Photosynthesis helps to restore the oxygen level on this earth and help us to survive. Besides photosynthesis, there are certain plants which perform some other mode of nutrition. Let us see them. Now, under this category, the first one are called the parasites. One good example of parasite is the amarbale or cuscuta in English. This plant looks like a yellow thread-like structure which grows on the host plant and develops small needle-like haustoria. Haustoria are the infection pegs which will impregnate into the stem of the host plant and derive nutrition directly from that. So parasites are the one which cannot do photosynthesis. The next mode of nutrition is called saprophytic mode of nutrition, shown by organisms like fungus. These grow on dead and decaying organic matter. Fungus can be useful as well as harmful. Some fungus are eaten or are edible, like for example agaricus. There are certain fungus which are important in making medicines like penicillium. But besides this, some harmful fungus are also there which spoil our food and leather articles. So that is a kind of organisms which are called saprophytic organisms. The next mode of nutrition shown in plants is the insectivorous plants, which are called partial heterotrophs. Although these organisms have chlorophyll in them, but since they are growing in a soil which is deficient in nitrogen, so they depend upon insects for obtaining the nitrogen content for the growth and development of their plant body. They modify their body parts to trap the insect, and there are certain digestive enzymes which are secreted from their body to digest the protein content so that the nitrogen is easily available to the plant for its survival. The next mode of nutrition is symbiotic mode of nutrition. This you can see growing on the bark of plants, certain symbiotic association between algae and fungus where both the organisms are equally benefited. Such example is that of lichen, where the algae is giving food to the fungus and the fungus provides minerals to the algae for doing the process of photosynthesis. That's all for today's class.